Captains make their way to midfield for the coin toss. Let's meet the men in stripes. Tonight's officiating crew. The referee, John Denis. The umpire, Brent Goldrick. The head linesman, Mike Williams. The line judge, Dave Paul. The back judge, Rob Schauger. And tonight's alternate, Mike Henson. Give him a hand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KidsAppSun.com as West Sound TV gets set to bring you tonight's Game of the Week. It's the start of the 2011 high school football postseason as we bring you this 2A sub-district playoff game between the Kingston Buccaneers and the Steilacoom Sentinels. I'm Brett Wooler, joined by Patrick Duncan. Pat.
If I drop it, I pick it up.
Yep, there we have John Denis. So we'll listen down on the field.
Okay, just let me. In fact, it is tails. You have one to toss. You could defer the second half, receive the football, kick off, or defend the goal. You'd like to defer. Steilacoom want to toss, we'll defer their option to the second half. I'm sure you want the football. What goal would you like to defend? Place it back at the goal you wish to defend. Starting the first half, Kingston will receive at this end of the field. Shake hands, gentlemen, get your teams. Come on out. Have fun, guys, have fun.
All right, great job there by referee John Denis, the white hat tonight. For the crew rounding out the referees, we have Brent Goldrick as your umpire, Rob Schauger as the back judge, Dave Paul and Mike Williams on the line, and Mike Hansen standing by in case. Now, Steilacoom, Pat. Steilacoom deferring to the second half for possession.
Yeah, they'd kind of like to see, see what's going to happen. We did talk a little bit about with Steilacoom earlier. They like some ball control, so no secret there that they'd kind of like to pin Kingston early and then play that field position game. But a lot on the line here tonight, Brett. Playoffs are, finally going here. The fall weather's out. Kingston searching their first win in school history in the playoffs. 0-1 so far. They lost last year in their first appearance. And then Steilacoom hasn't been in a few years. So these kids, most of these kids on the field have not won a playoff game, and they want it.
Ever. You're right. And Kingston losing to Steilacoom last year. Kingston in their 5th year of existence since basically taking half of what North Kitsap High School was and making both North and Kingston 2A teams.
Yeah, Kingston, they didn't play Steilacoom last year, Brent.
No. Lynchburg.
Lindbergh. Lindbergh, there you go. So yeah, they had 0-1 against Lindbergh, but Kingston back to receive. They've got 2 guys back. Looks like number 11. That's Bobby Reese, the sophomore for Kingston Deep.
And Sutherland, number 20, Chandler Sutherland. Here comes the kickoff, and they're going to go for the onside kick right out of that gate. Looks like Kingston was ready for it. Steilacoom got the ball, and it's coming up with it is number 11, Darlin Williams. Actually, Darian Williams. So Steilacoom with some trickery right out of the gate after Kingston used it very successfully last week to upend then number 2 North and take that 2 seed.
And that's exactly why they deferred, because they figured Kingston would receive. They had that one drawn up probably a week ago in the locker room. So good coaching and good execution right off the bat for the Steilacoom Sentinels as they're set first down from midfield.
Morless, the quarterback of the Sentinels, Lucas Morless, the wing T formation, handing it off straight up the middle, making a huge hit. Coming in unchecked, number 52.
That was Kingston on
Tyler Burns.
There we go. Tucker Burns, Brent.
Tucker Burns. Boy, I'm having a heck of a time reading it.
I've heard he's been an animal all year long on this defensive squad. for Kingston, and he proves it on the first play. Loss of 1.
Tucker Burns coming in the A gap between the center and the left guard and lined up there again on this play. Snap. Handoff going to the outside and going to be stopped in his tracks by number 51. The tackle first made by Lee Pham. Jacob Eslin with the carry.
Yeah, Steilacoom made no secrets in about how they were going to run this game. Run being the key word. Wing T, 90% of the time they're going to be doing traps, draws, and they're going to come right at Kingston. They got a big third down early.
Both coaches going to run very similar offensive game plans. We'll get to that here as the night progresses. And Morless takes the snap, hands it off again to number 10 on the outside, trying to find some room and not happening as he's taken down by number 51 and number 2. Sam Byers and number 2, Sam English combining for the tackle.
And that was Eslin, who's the main man for that Steilacoom Sentinels offense.
A very good Buccaneer defensive stand here after Steilacoom possibly getting a little momentum with that onside kick.
Definitely a shaky start, but they've reined it back in, and now a punt formation. And back deep for Kingston is big number 11 again. That's Bobby Reese.
Kicking will be number 10, Jake Eslery.
Fake!
Oh. Into the end zone it goes for a touchback. Really pretty good punt play there. Move around, maneuver a little bit, let your team get downfield, at least those that are eligible receivers, and then kick the ball, but they were unable to cover and prevent it from rolling into the end zone.
And if Kingston didn't have the outside edge sealed there, he could have ran, but you know, Kingston stayed at home, played their gap well. Kind of one of those, reminds me of Randall Cunningham used to do that for the Eagles.
Yes.
Kind of run out and just maybe kick, maybe pass.
I saw that 90-yard punt on third down. I was watching that game live.
I remember it too. First down for
Sam Byers takes the snap, hands it off on the inside, and it's going to be no gain for number 6, Nick Tambonera.
Steilacoom relies heavily on their defense. Big number 77, David Smith, leads the way for that front group. He's a 6'2 senior, sure tackler out of the SPSL.
Sam Byers again under center. He's got 2 wide receivers to his right, 2 backs in the eye behind him. And he will hand it off again to the same man, number 6, Nick Tambonera, and again he goes nowhere.
And Kingston, we got a Sentinel down here on the play. He shakes it off. Kingston will use that power I formation football, but they are not afraid to throw the ball as their big man Sam Byers, the 6'5 quarterback, has got one heck of an arm.
Coach Novick told me if they needed to, they'd throw the ball tonight, and Byers has almost 1,000 yards on the year, so here 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 to go is the perfect time. Byers hands it off again up the middle, this time to number 20, Chandler Sutherland, and he goes nowhere as the Sentinel defense strengthens on the line.
Big David Smith again in on the tackle. It's hard to miss him when he takes up half the defensive line. And it's going to force a punt here out of the Buccaneers back deep.
Looks like Byers will be kicking the ball.
James Mack, number 2, back deep for the Sentinels.
Byers with a short kick, and it goes out of bounds, and they're gonna get a favorable spot here from the referees as they will get it almost to midfield, but not. Looking like the 45-yard line is where the Sentinels will take over.
So you gotta like that, starting your offense and the other team's half of the field. Sentinels so far winning the field position game, but both defenses looking like they're gonna be tough to score on.
Morless in the wing T, barking out the signals. Handoff up the middle. It's gonna be a nice gain here for number 2. That's going to be James Mack powering ahead for 4 yards.
host of Buccaneers in on the tackle, Sam English, and looks like Jackson Hobbs bringing him down. And now, Brent, look at this. This is what they were talking about with the defensive set here for the Buccaneers. A lot of linebackers. And
they call it a 3-3, but it's 3 down linemen and 5 linebackers. Morless hands it off to the left side to number 37. It's going to be a first down. James Dodsworth penetrating off tackle and picking up the first down.
Yeah, they're starting to find something up the middle over that left side. First time all night we've heard move the chains.
For either team.
Exactly.
And your chain holders tonight, by the way, are Alan Orr and Jack Nannery, Orr's son Daniel. Gonzaga playing baseball this year. I want to say hi in case he's watching. Morless brings his team to the line. Wing T formation. One receiver to his right. He fakes the handoff. Looks like he's going to throw the ball, does Morless. Now he's looking for a place to run. And picks up about 7 yards on a nice scramble, Pat.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. Nobody was open. Several guys had a chance to tackle. Joseph Shoemaker kind of missed the first initial tackle. Finally, it looked like Lee Pham brought him down, but this is a manageable second and short here.
Moore Ellis, I should say, the quarterback. Morellis with Dodsworth and Eslund in the backfield. Hands it off to number 37, and he will get about a yard and a half before he's stopped in a huge pile. That's going to bring up a third and very short. This is definitely 2-down territory for the Sentinels.
Yeah, Sentinels not really having much of a kicking game. As a matter of fact, they don't even have a kicker listed on their roster. So when they get down here, they're going to be even going for 2 if by chance they get a touchdown.
Had the chance to talk to William Garrow, one of the assistants here, said basically they gave up on the kicking game in about week 4. Morellis hands it off to the right side. And it looks like it's going to be just a hair short. And again, that's Dodsworth, number 37, on the carry.
Good job that time by the Buccaneers reading out the play. George Marinan, the 6'3 senior, big number 88 on the tackle. And yeah, it is going to be 4th and short. And this is where Kingston has to stay at home in their lanes because this wing T offense, misdirection is where they make their living.
Eslund, Dodsworth, Moore, Ellis. One of those 3 is taking that ball, I can almost guarantee it. Moore Ellis barking out the signals, handing it off, and it's going to be a first down. Jacob Eslund with some nice running off the right side.
Definitely a nice job there. Good pitch too that time by Morellis. That's always a tricky play when you're having a pitch to the far back. But again, the Sentinels move the chains and are threatening deep in Buccaneer territory.
Moore Ellis hands it off this time to Eslund again. He's got the first down and more into the corner. Touchdown, Sentinels.
What a move. Inside he goes, nothing home, pops it to the outside. And the block that time on the outside really freed him up, and just like that, quick 6 for the Sentinels.
Really a tale of 2 possessions for the Buccaneer defense, Pat, so far. A 3 and out where in 3 plays the Sentinels gain 2 yards. And here the Sentinels seeming to do whatever they want, running it up the middle against the Buccaneers.
And that was more that ball control offense that they bragged about in the pregame. So going for 2 here, Brent.
Every time they'll go for 2. It's going to be a pass. And he's got Eslund for the 2-point conversion, does Moore Ellis. 2 points. Jacob Eslund.
Good job that time. They've ran it the whole time. So Moore Ellis.
Morelis, got it.
I wrote
Morelis.
it that way on the sheet so we would pronounce it right. I was trying to sneak one in on you there, Brent. But yeah, the Buccaneers bid on the defense. Up the run is what popped at the outside, and just like that, 8-0. Huh?
A 2-yard out. 2-yard out pattern.
4:10 to go. First quarter up here in Paulsville. This is the Kitsap Sun game of the week. This is playoff time.
And we'd like to thank the Sun for bringing West Sound TV on board in 2011. I think we might be doing some basketball. The negotiations are still underway. So for those of you watching the game tonight, make sure you let the Kitsap Sun know your thoughts on whether or not you'd like us to be calling some high school basketball this winter.
Gotta love the round ball. One, because it's warm inside the gym.
Yeah. Yes, it's in the mid-30s here tonight, and Sentinels again in that formation that leads you to believe they very well may be thinking onside kick.
Kingston should be ready for it this time, as they are right up on the line.
William Garrow, the D coordinator, calling the signals, and this time they'll kick it short. And they're going to get it. Steilacoom is going to get it again. Number 12 picking it up. And that is
Chase Maddox.
That's making a great
senior.
play.
Maddox, their wide receiver and defensive back. What you'll see with the Steilacoom team is all guys, 11 guys offense, minus the quarterback, play both sides.
Right.
And obviously they play the kicking game, and they got some tricky plays. 2 for 2.
Especially when you know it's coming, and you get it again. 2 for 2. I think if I'm on the Buccaneers sidelines, I'm having a chat with my kick return team right now. Morales hands it off, and this time going to be dropped for a loss is
number 10, that's Jacob Estlin.
Jacob Estlin again with the carry in the backfield. Stop for a 2-yard loss. Going to be second down, 12 yards to go. 3:51 and counting. Again, 8-0 Steilacoom if you've just joined us.
That's just what the Buccaneers defense needed, was a nice stop on first down and try to slow down the Sentinel offense.
Dodsworth and Estlin in the backfield. Morales hands it off to, Estlin with the ball, fighting for possession as number 88, George Marinan.
But we do have looks like a hold on the offense. And that'll be coming back.
We have referee John Dinas mic'd up. And yes, they will definitely push them back as head coach
it's Mr. Cook for Steilacoom. Here's the call here, Dinas.
During a run, holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of foul. We play second down.
All right, thanks to John Dinas it's Dan Novick, the Kingston coach.
Brian Cook for the Sentinels.
Right, but Kingston got to accept the penalty. Morales faking and running it up the middle. He'll pick up a few, but going to be well short of the first down, and that's going to bring up third down and long. Third down and 15 to go. He did get 9 yards on the carry, though. 3rd and 15, Pat, and if they get half, heck, even if they don't, they might go for it.
Yeah, they are. They're in Buccaneer territory, and like we've talked about, their passing game is their backup. They love to run the football, and misdirection. We'll see what they got here on 3rd and long.
Estlin, Dodsworth, Morales. Handed off up the middle to Dodsworth, and he is taken down hard by number 64, Jackson Hobbs, and he'll lose a couple.
Good job that time, Kingston, staying with their man, not being fooled by the misdirection, and forcing what would be a 4th and about 16.
4th and 17. Now, Steilacoom did punt on their first series on 4th and 8 around midfield, so I'm sure they'll be punting here as number 10, Estlin, who seems to be doing a lot of the work around here tonight. And again, he maneuvers to kick the ball. Nice high kick. And it will go into the end zone as wisely, number 11, Bobby Reese says, not for me, thanks.
Yeah, good job that time. And you have mentioned there, Brent, Estlin's name a lot. There's kind of a three-headed monster that the Steilacoom Sentinels. They've got Estlin, number 10. They got Morales, number 19, the quarterback. And then Dodsworth, number 37. They'll be handling most of the balls. And they're all, the big guys are seniors, the quarterback, sophomore. So
Morales getting some valuable experience here in 2011. Leading his team into a playoff game here.
Oh, yeah.
In Kingston's only 5th year of existence. Sam Byers under center, 2 receivers to his right. Again in the power eye, we'll be seeing that all night. Faking the handoff, he's gonna pass. He's got an open man on the edge and he completes it for 6 yards to number 11, Bobby Reese.
Kingston now decides to open it up, little fade out to the right. Dario Jones in on the play for Steilacoom. That'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man in motion. Shotgun formation, and he's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to be probably less than a foot short of a first down, Pat, as Sam Byers.
Well, let's see. They're going to
they're going to move the chains. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to spot it right in the 30. So perfect 10 yards. And Byers, again, 6'5", 240 as a quarterback.
Pat, look, kid. Look the binoculars where that ball is.
Oh, you did. You started it, didn't you? Oh, Dean, you're
That is exactly 10 yards, not an inch more.
If it was a millimeter short, it'd be 2nd down, 3rd down. Sam Byers. Oh, actually, no, they're playing a little trickery here.
Yeah, Byers is lined up in the slot near side.
Bobby Reese, and we're going to go timeout here. And it's going to be a timeout on Kingston. As they did a little trickery, faked me out. Bobby Reese lined up in the shotgun as your quarterback, and Sam Byers snuck out as a wide receiver.
Wonder what you'd call that in Kingston. You know, they got Wildcat or, you know, whatever. Everybody's got their own name. They're Buccaneers.
The possum.
So Buccaneers, they may call that the cannon. How about that, Brent? Let's invent it as we go.
Yeah, we'll name it tonight.
So first quarter getting close to being over with here. Kingston still trailing 8-0, but they do have a first down and a little bit of momentum on their side. Is now, look at this, Brent, 3 wides with a tight end up top.
Byers now in the shotgun. He's got to his right, to his left, Chandler Sutherland, number 20. Sutherland. Byers takes the snap, throws it out to Sutherland. He's got a little bit of space down to the 33-yard line. And that's going to be up 3rd down, 7 yards to go. 2nd down, 7 yards to go, Pat.
Dodsworth, the all-purpose man for the Sentinels, number 37, in on the tackle. Good job that time. Good play design by the Buccaneers, running all guys deep, dump it off to the running back. He made one more guy miss. It would have been a long play.
Interesting play here. Reese now is your quarterback. They're going to run it with 2 blockers to his left in the shotgun. He's got a huge hole. Reese got 1 man to beat. Stutter step down the sideline. 1 more man to beat. He's going to be thrown out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Tucker Burns forcing him out eventually.
Sorry, Brent. I was going to comment on the block that freed him. Tucker Burns for the Kingston Buccaneers set that thing up with one heck of a block, and the legs did the rest as Kingston knocking on the door.
Bobby Reese breathing some life into the Kingston Buccaneers with that run. Great play. He was in the shotgun with two running backs back with him on his left side. It couldn't have been more telegraphed if it was on a wire.
Full house backfield here.
In the pros, this would be your kneel on it formation, but we're going power run right up the gut here. Handoff, it's gonna be a wide open, easy touchdown for Nick Tabanera. Number 6. Sam Byers handing the ball off, and the seas parted for Mr. Tabanera.
Untouched, good job, good blocking. And we got ourselves a ball game now as Kingston puts together a nice drive.
And Kingston will kick with Colin Stone, the junior. Number 30, Colin Stone, a 5'9", 155-pounder, also plays a little wide receiver if necessary. Kick is up, and it is good. All right, 8-7 here with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter here in this, I guess they call it a sub-district playoff game. The actual state 2A tournament starts next week, and the winner of this game will go to Othello. The loser will go either to Steilacoom or Kingston and stay there until next year.
You had me for a second, Brent. I'm thinking, man, I didn't know the loser. I thought the loser went home, and you're right. You put a little trickery of your own on there. The winner does play Othello, who plays out of that Eastern Cascade League with big names like Prosser, and Othello being the number 2 out of that eastern side. I believe the game is in Ellensburg next week, so somebody's going to be doing a little bit of traveling over the mountains. So for the first time tonight, the Buccaneers get to kick, and they had a little trickery there. Look at this. 10 guys up on the line for the Sentinels.
Certainly the Sentinels non-conventional in every aspect of the game tonight so far, especially the special teams game. Running the wing tee successfully on offense for sure.
But again, Kingston, 2 onside kicks early, keying them to a win over North Kitsap last week. You got to know this, they're ready for it. And they do it anyways. One bounce, a man slips.
And as it's payback!
Number 11, that's Bobby Reese, the sophomore.
Bobby Reese has the huge run and the recovery.
Yeah, but what set that all up was the junior Colin Stone with almost how you draw up an onside kick. Everybody's seen the NFL videos.
Nose it down.
And then that tricky bounce, you get a guy like playing linebacker out there that's not used to feeling it. And Kingston from the 35, first down and 10.
Byers under center, hands it off to number 20. He's going to get hit, stacked up. Setterlin goes nowhere, lose 2 yards.
John Santos, number 69, the junior, met him in the backfield. And we'll say lost a 2. And a timeout. Actually, that's the end of the first quarter here in Paulsbo. And the Sentinels from Steilacoom 8, Kingston Buccaneers 7. And pretty much what we expected, Brent. 2 teams that are going to run the football and run the football some more.
And not only are they going to do that, but they're going to do onside kicks out the yin-yang. So tonight I'd like to thank the Kitsap Sun for bringing us on board. We are West Sound TV, and our crew tonight, producer Kitty Campagna, on camera Matthew St. Carol, streaming director Spencer Anderson, Doc Parr is our engineer, and I'm Brett Wooler, joined by Pat Duncan, and we're going to change tapes here and come back with that second quarter action. Of course, the tapes are only on the tape side, but for you watching it live, we'll keep blabbing. So Pat, we talked to both coaching staffs tonight. William Garrow, the D coordinator, and it looks like a pretty high-level assistant, at least for the Steilacoom Sentinels, told us that the big trick is to stop the quarterback, Sam Byers, from running the ball, which they've done so far.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's their main guy, and they need to stop the run was what they said also, too, a lot. So successful on 90%, but that one big play by Kingston propelled them for their first
now look
score.
in here, 3 backs. Byers throwing the ball, and it is caught down to the 28-yard line. Gonna bring up third down and about 3 yards to go here. George Marinan with the tackle.
George Marinan with the
With the
reception.
catch, rather.
Perfect time. That kind of playing the tight end, little 8-yard out and up, wide open, and then Byers puts it right on the numbers.
And
Big third down.
Byers goes 6'5", 239, so you could see why he'd be a priority on that Steilacoom defense. Byers is going to sneak it up the middle. He gets met. We'll see forward progress. Going to leave him about a half yard to a yard short.
Sam Byers on the keeper. Fights his way for
So again, Kingston here down on the 26, 27. Definitely going to be fourth down territory here for going for it. As it's fourth, they're going to call it 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about, a long 1, short 2, about a yard and a half.
Yeah, Byers gets the play call from Coach Novick there.
Byers brings it in from the sidelines.
Yeah. Full house backfield again. This worked great in short yardage earlier for Kingston.
9 men on the line of scrimmage for Steilacoom. Byers takes it, he's gonna roll it out, and he's gonna get the first down and then some. As he picks up 5 yards on 4th and 1.5.
Good job that time, Kingston. The 2 guys in the backfield got out onto the perimeter outside the tackles, led the way downfield, and all Byers had to do is just run out there and kind of lay forward, and we've got a Buccaneer first down.
And they're gonna do it again. The 3 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver split out to the right. Handoff on the outside. Pretty good looking run there by Nick Tabanera.
Even better tackle that time. James Dodsworth, number 37, could have been a touchdown saving tackle as there was nobody back behind him.
Tabanera, though, with some nifty running in heavy traffic. And like you said, Dodsworth with a first down saving tackle, really, but after a gain of 4 yards.
And really would have been a touchdown because there was
yes, on that left side it was wide
the safeties
open.
were all cheating on the other side.
And they're going to stick with that formation. Byers hands it off to number 20, and he's going to be smothered in a C. And it's going to be Chandler Setterland with the carry. And I don't think he gained. Nope, he didn't. So it'll bring up third down, 6 yards to go. Interesting call here as Byers comes toward Coach Novick for the play and now trots back to the huddle.
Yeah, that defense that last time, a host of players you mentioned to see, John Santos, that big junior, number 69, kind of leading the charge up there. Big third down for the Buccaneers as they're down at the 18-yard line of the Sentinels.
Byers fakes the handoff. He's going to throw the ball. He's got him in, and it's touchdown thrown. George Marinan, his favorite target tonight. Touchdown, Kingston.
Beautiful play. That's the second time he's hooked up with number 88, Marinan. That time, Sam Byers, who took a play kind of out of Tom Brady's book with the amazing ball fake, froze the defense over the top, and Kingston has their first lead tonight.
And really, Pat, that was double coverage. And, you know, Byers throwing a pretty good ball tonight, but Mindy Byers bringing some cookies for the crew up here in the booth. Boy, that was awesome. Extra point try. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-8. Kingston takes a healthy lead here over the Steilacoom Sentinels in the sub-district playoff game 2011.
I love the look you got here in the booth, Brent, as you mentioned Mindy and the cookies. We got like 12 people looking at us like, what is he going to say?
Dean Draper on the PA for us up here tonight from Kingston.
Beautiful touchdown pass, and you look at Marinan George, 6'3", big target, right over the top.
Absolutely, and double covered. But
Exactly,
double covered underneath.
Right, over the top, the big tall guy.
Yes, perfectly placed.
And 14-8.
8.5 minutes to go here. You know, and we've only had one penalty, Pat, thus far. I'm knocking.
Yeah, that was the early hold.
That's me knocking on wood.
On Steilacoom now. Are the Buccaneers going to try it again?
Well,
who will be the trickiest tonight, Brent?
Colin Stone kicking off back deep. Number 10 for Estlin. And we'll see, yeah, you're right. We'll see who's on offense, who's on defense here when it's over. Stone looks like he is going, no, they're going to try it again, and it's down the sideline, and brought in again, and again by the same man. But Reese.
Looks like he was.
I didn't see him out of bounds.
I think he might, well, we'll go down to the call on the field here as we got John Dinas mic'd up in the white hat there.
I was watching his feet, Pat, because I saw him angling towards it. He was in bounds. And we have video to prove it.
Yeah, it's right in front of the Buccaneers players, though. It'd be tough to see it. But in any case, the line judge had a perfect spot down there. And as you see so much in football, one team says, that's our ball, that's our ball.
Yeah.
They're kind of willing the crowd, this home.
Okay, here comes John Dinas. Now he's talking to the Sentinels. That means it's going to be against Kingston.
We have illegal procedure. We have a kick out of bounds, untouched by the receiving team. The ball will be placed at the inbound spot. First down.
All right, thank you, John Dinas. I did not see it that way. I'm going to have to watch the replay.
I'm going to have to play Troy Aikman and go the other way because it looked to me like his right foot was out of bounds before he touched the ball. Okay. So that would mean, and it's easy for me to agree with the refs because that's what matters.
Well, lucky for us, we got video on this one. All right, so here come the Sentinels to the line again in the wing tee. Kingston crowds the line, handoff to Estlin, and he'll work for 4 yards.
Spires in on the tackle.
Estlin getting quite the workout here in the first half tonight. Dodsworth getting a little bit of action, but Esworth probably carrying the ball more than half the offensive plays tonight.
We finally got our online chat with you guys up in the booth here.
So if you have any comments for me or Pat or about the game, throw them at us. We'll try to get to them here as the game progresses. Morales hands it off to the big man up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some. Dodsworth, the 210-pounder, the senior, powering right straight up the gut. And that was with 9 men in the box for Kingston.
Yeah, that's power versus power. I'm lining up. You know what's coming. And that's Steilacoom football for you right there. Wing tee down your throat and move the chains.
Dodsworth 5'10", 210, compact. Estlin 6'1", 200, a little taller, a little thinner. Morales handed it off to Estlin. Estlin trying to work it outside, and he'll pick up 2 yards.
Beautiful tackle by number 2, Sam English, for the Buccaneers. As he poked it to the outside a little bit, and English wrapped him up, bringing up 2nd down and 8.
I see Tucker watching the game tonight. Thanks for chiming in.
Chris Brand being on there.
Chris Brand, I wonder who that is. Moore Ellis again. No, now little trickery here as number 19 takes it in a wildcat, and he's going to get about 2 yards. Yeah, Morales, he takes it in the wildcat and out of the shotgun, not in the normal wing tee formation, and Kingston was ready.
And you could see that time they weren't their standard wing tee. They looked a little off, did Steilacoom, and kind of showed there. Now it's Well, we're looking at 3rd and 6, Brent, but we know with the Steilacoom offense, it's 4-down territory, anything inside the 40, so.
Absolutely. This time Morales goes under center, receiver to his right, wing T. On the reverse to number 37 is going to be sniffed out. Dodsworth, they executed but couldn't block, and Dodsworth will be dropped for a short loss. Aaron Dixon with a nice tackle took his legs out from under Dodsworth.
Yeah, Dixon staying with his lane, slowing the play down, and he makes the tackle, and he had George Marinan helping him out. 4th down. Play coming in from the sideline over there for Steilacoom. 2nd quarter.
5 and change ticking. And again, oh, now the back judge has his hand up in the air. That's going to cost a timeout.
Sentinel time, number 1.
And that's something we haven't talked about yet tonight, Pat, is in the pros or college, you know, they have the funding, they have the game clocks, the play clocks rather, at each end of the field, and it's 30 or 40 or 40, 35 seconds, whatever it is.
Right.
In high school football, it's always a 25-second clock, and the only way the players know on the field, and most of the people watching in the stands probably never know, is that the back judge, the official that lines up back with the secondary, at the 20-second mark, when there's 5 seconds to go, he raises his hand. So
right, that will basically tips the quarterback off.
That he has 5 seconds to have the ball, and the back judge is the man there all the way on the left of your screen. And tonight's back judge is Rob Schauger. And again, the referee's John Denis. Brent Goldrick is the umpire. Dave Paul and Mike Williams on the line as play resumes. Again, 4th down, 4 yards to go here. Morales under center. He's got one receiver way out, far wide to the left. He's going to pitch it back to Estlin. He's going to get the first down. Estlin picks up about 10 yards on 4th and 4, just off the right side.
Out to that outside over there by Sam English, in on the tackle. And number 2 that time for the Sentinels, James Mack, kind of sprung that block. As outside play, receiver makes the block, move the chains, and the Sentinels are now knocking on the door.
Morales hands it off to Estlin, right side. He sees something he likes, and a huge gain. And he's going to go into the end zone while a couple of the Kingston Bears tried to take Estlin with the touchdown while they tried to take the football out of his hands. Rather than wrapping Estlin up, they were trying for the turnover, and it cost them.
The last 7 yards, the Buccaneer defense, the last 7 yards couldn't bring him down. Estlin marching in. You see there number 10 for the touchdown. And we've talked about no kicking game really for this Sentinel squad, so it's going to be a go for 2 every time.
And not only will they go for 2 here, but they more than likely won't do a traditional kickoff after this play. Morales hands it off to Estlin again, feeling out the right side and easily over the line for the 2-point conversion. And now it's going to be 16-14, 4:38 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, slow developing play there, that 2-point conversion.
But you know what? As Matthew gets the scoreboard for us, thank you, Matthew. Here's beautiful, and we haven't said this yet. Kingston hosts this playoff game at North Kitsap because of the facility here at North Kitsap.
Right.
North Kitsap has a great stadium, great field turf, decent place for the visiting crowd.
I think, and tomorrow night there's another playoff game here. I don't have my sheet right here right away, but tomorrow night I believe it's Squim coming into town here.
Squim taking first place, so they have to come here because neither the Sequim nor the Port Angeles field meets the requirements. So Eatonville Cruisers are going to come here tomorrow. Eatonville with a losing record on the season at 4-5, going against Sequim. Sequim seeing if they can get it going again after that. They had a kind of a rough start against North. But Estlin, again, on both of those plays, the touchdown and this, he's patiently running to his right because he's seeing the holes develop, and then he is popping right through them.
Yep.
So they've found something they like, and they're going to keep going to it until Kingston does something about it.
All right, where are they going to kick it at this time? Kind of a squib to the right.
And this time Kingston will get the ball on their 38-yard line.
Number 44, Brady Sundquist, the senior. Get that man a medal. He's the first guy all night on the onside kicks to short-handedly just get it, get to the ground, and let's get Byers and that offense back out there for the Buccaneers.
Sam Byers leads his team out. Sam Byers, the 6'5", 239-pound senior. Stands out a little bit out there, doesn't he, Pat?
Yeah, and he's going to be lined up wide left here, the far side of your screen. Byers is out wide.
Bobby Reese going to be your quarterback. Look for a run to the left. And Steilacoom sniffs it out, but still Reese able to get just past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that time they used the big guy Byers as a wide receiver blocker. And you mentioned his size, Brent, 6'5", and a heavy load at 240. Why not run it to that side? Because he's going to have a smaller defensive back on him.
He'll take out at least one of them.
We are getting close. 4 minutes to go here, second quarter.
Byers going to line up in an empty backfield, 5 receivers. Interesting play call here. Almost picked off. Intended for Bobby Reese.
Yeah, the linebacker, though, Jordan Leach in coverage, kind of had a better angle on us. He tipped it up. And believe it or not, Reese almost could have got that off the tip.
Absolutely. We'll see what Coach Novick has here drawn up for 3rd down and 9.
They're going to spread them out again. 5 wides, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. And man coverage for the Sentinels.
Sam Byers again takes the snap, looking for an open man. He's chucking it way downfield, and that's going to be pass interference, and that is a 15-yard penalty. Austin Jones going to be called. They got mixed up together on the pattern there. I'm not sure how much was interference and how much was just the legs getting mixed up, but Richie Sander falling down is going to get a first down here.
That's what you do sometimes when you line it up. You just we're going to get a call here. There's the PI again, 15 yards. And it's kind of one of those sandlot plays where you just draw it up and throw it as far as you can go. One-on-one coverage, they like their matchup with that. And a big first down for the Buccaneers.
Interference on a defense. Previous spot, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
All right, and thank you again to John Dinas for the call. And again, Kingston going to go with that shotgun spread again, Pat.
Well, they're going to go with what's unexpected is this time another one over the middle.
Oh, almost being able to make the catch is Bobby Reese.
And that was almost the same play they drew up earlier with Jordan Leach in coverage against Reese. They must like that matchup. And that one almost worked. That would have been a quick 6.
Sam Byers breaks the huddle, talking to number 6, Nick Tabanera. As they broke the huddle, have to keep an eye on that left slot receiver, Pat. Byers takes the snap, looking for an open man. Oh, there's another one, and there's 3 flags come in on that. Almost the old pick play. And knowing that he's been had is number 37. 37, I believe.
That's James Dodsworth.
I think it was Dodsworth in coverage.
It was Leach again. And looking online at some of the chats here, we got Tucker joining in, an ex-Kingston guy looks like. And he's calling it, Brent. I saw it here just a minute ago. He's predicting 1 or 2 more touchdowns from Bobby Reese tonight. He said he's feeling it, and they're trying to feed him the rock.
Reese not listed as a starter, but certainly a critical cog in the machine tonight for Kingston. And now looks like we may have a timeout
On the field. Sentinel time, number 2.
That's a second timeout for the Sentinels of Steilacoom as they enjoy a 16-14 lead here, 3:35 to go, second quarter. And I'm Brent Woolard, again joined by Pat Duncan and the crew tonight. Kitty Campagna is our producer, Matthew St. Carol running the camera, Spencer Anderson, streaming director, and Doc Parr is our engineer. And Silver City Brewery will be the watering hole when the game's over, Pat.
Everybody coming through tonight doing a great job to bring you this local playoff action. I'm sure we got a couple people from the SPSL looking in at Steilacoom, seeing how they're doing. I see the updates coming by from a lot of the other schools.
South
playing tonight. South is they're playing. Actually, I saw it on Channel 5 before I left. Is it Edmonds Woodway or?
I can't remember.
It's on our notes here.
Is
Brett.
it?
Let me. I'll gander. You call the game.
Okay. Sorry about that, Matt.
It's all good.
All right. So again, a different formation here. They have 3 men in the backfield. I guess the power I. Sam Byers under center. It is 1st and 10. Going to be a handoff to Tabanera again up the middle. And he'll pick up a few, but that was first down. So now to bring up second down and about 9 yards to go. They're going to call it 2nd and 9.
Dario Jones, one of those 5 linebackers for Steilacoom in on the tackle. And yes, Edmonds Woodway Warriors, Brent.
Wow, you've got a memory.
Dug into the well. Playing South Kitsap tonight. That's the 4A league.
Byers. Actually, no. Now it's Bobby Reese in the shotgun, handing it off to Tabanera, sweeping to the right side and being taken down by number 1 of the Sentinels. That's Xavier Price, freshman.
Tucker Burns, the big right guard there, number 54, clearing a huge path. But third and I'll say a long 4 up.
Yeah, he picked up about 4. Good run and play there by Tabanera. Bryce again will line up in the shotgun. Byers slot to the left. Handing it off again to Tabanera. He's trying to get outside, and the flag comes in the area of a hold.
Dario Jones that time for the Sentinels fights off the block, makes the ankle tackle. This will be an interesting call because he didn't get the first down.
I see it is a hold, and it is going to be on Kingston.
Probably accept here, being it's 4-down territory for the Bucks.
Well, if you take the results of the play, it's 4th and 3. If you don't take them, it's 3rd and 14. Here, listen to John Denis.
During a run, holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Give them 1 shot at the first down instead of 2. Probably the smart move. Of course, it's the old 50-50-90, right? There's a 50-50 chance you'll be right, but a 90% chance you'll be wrong.
And if they had press conferences, you'll be answering for this one after the game.
Yep. All right, so we have I formation. Byers pumps, throws to the corner. Oh, almost caught. No flags. And this time, the coverage by Chase Maddox is going to be good enough to stop the Kingston squad here on 4th down.
Good job that time. Byers pumped, went to it, but beautiful coverage by Chase Maddox. He was kind of the inside guy, knocking it away, and turnover on downs to Steilacoom.
Sam Byers yelling at the sideline and getting the right personnel in here. And in comes number 52, Tucker Burns. Handing it off to number 2 up the middle. Some nifty running up the middle. And James Mack.
Or if they're going to kind of try to speed this thing up, we're down to 1:30.
And Steilacoom only has 1 timeout left.
One of our faithful viewers, Saquama's chiming in. He's at the North Kitsap game in Lindbergh where it's 38 degrees.
Time out of the field. Sentinels time number 3.
Lindbergh is where Kingston lost last year. And also, Pat, I think it's about that here.
Yeah, it is pretty cold here in Paulsbo. We got Elle chiming in here. She's watching across the country. So glad you could join us tonight on this game of the week.
Probably I gotta guess, a
Ex-grad,
relative
yeah.
or an ex-grad, you bet.
And yeah, Kingston searching for that first playoff win in school history. This is their second appearance again in the playoffs. And they've got a dogfight on their hands tonight as Steilacoom converts on both 2-point conversions, and that is the difference right now.
Yeah, and Steilacoom 2 for 2 on onside kick attempts. Well, 2 for 3.
Right.
Kingston 1 for 2.
Timeout was by Steilacoom last time, Brent?
Yes.
So they are out of timeouts now.
Moore Ellis in the shotgun. He's rolling to his left. He's got an open man. It's going to be a first down. Number 2 again, James Mack with the catch and the first down.
So they're going to spike it here as they're running. We are down to 1:19 once the clock starts again after they move the chains. There's the clock starting there.
And handing it off to Estlin, and a huge gain and brought down by number 88.
That's
George Marinan.
He had a heck of a runway over there. 3 guys blocking up there and moved the chains. We're down to 106.
Morales in the shotgun, rolls to his left. He's got a man. Out of bounds, caught. Number 10, Estlin again, forced out by Patrick Mendiola.
Finding something working there, rolling to his left. The first time he did, he bobbled it and almost fumbled. That time he put it right in on the numbers. And under a minute to go, 59 seconds.
I had the wrong team there, Pat. It's Scott Mercado who forced him out of bounds.
I'll admit to that. That was my fault.
No, it's not.
I was just going to roll with it.
Morales again in the shotgun. Clock ticking, under a minute. Morales rolling to his right, hurling it down the field, and it's going to be nearly picked off. Oh, and frustrated with himself is Richie Sander. The senior had it right in his hands.
And right on cue, Elle's brother, Richie Sander, jumps up there, almost made the one-handed grab, which would have shut the door on Steilacoom, but instead it's 2nd and 10, 52 seconds, second quarter.
No timeouts for Steilacoom. They got to be careful about having a run less than a first down here. Morales again in the shotgun. Hands off to the left. Mack, and he'll be stopped for a loss, just what we said. And then Byers with the tackle, dropping for a loss, and the clock runs under 40.
Even bigger though, right now it's 3rd and 12.
Morales rolls to his right. Getting a little bit of pressure now, coming free. 24 seconds to go, 4th down, 7 yards to go as Morales picks up about 5 yards.
Jack Welker took the rug from under him there.
They might just wait till it gets real close here and hurl a Hail Mary into the end zone because we're at 9-7. This is going to be the last play. That's if they can get it off. Morales again in the shotgun. Barely gets it off. And he's just going to throw the Hail Mary into the end zone, and nice defensive play there.
That was again the big man.
Number 5, just in time. Richie Sander with the big defensive play there, deflecting it out of bounds.
All right, so, man, what a first half.
Yeah, great football here. Very competitive game. The difference, like you said, is in the two-point conversions. So we're going to step away here for the half and be back in about 20 minutes. They'll have a 20-minute break clock and then a 3-minute warm-up clock. And then we'll be back with more. You're watching high school football on kidsfsun.com.